Welcome, Division 1, to the debate of the gender pay gap needs to change. Rowan and Sylvie will be for, and Marcus and Ariana will be against. Sylvie is going first.
Okay, to start off with, most people think that the reason women get paid less is because they take maternity leave, right? Well, that's not true. Because, 10% of women in America are actually infertile, which means they can't have babies. That's 160,000. So we shouldn't generalize the population and say that girls can't do this better than boys because they're having babies, but 10% of them aren't. So why don't we pay each other equally for the work that they equally did and let's eliminate the gender pay gap altogether. Thank you.
Now Ariana will be for the opposition.
So even though men and women still do the same job, usually they have different, tend to be a little different. Let's say one person's a manager and there's also another person that's a manager. They're still called managers, but they usually do a little different job, a little bit more different jobs. And also companies can't afford to pay both genders the equal amount of money. And thank you.
Woo! Now Rowan will be for the proposition.
Did you know that women make almost 20% less than men for doing the exact same job? So for every dollar you men make, we make about 80 cents. Again, for the exact same job. That is just crazy to me. It is so unfair and extremely sexist. In 2011, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission fielded over 31,000 complaints of pregnancy discrimination in the workplace, in the US alone. That's a crazy amount. That's a lot more than you could probably imagine. It's just stupid that a woman could work so much harder, 100 times harder at a job, and still she would get paid so much less because she has a few different body parts than a man. That's literally it. So, in making our world a better place, we definitely need to change the gender pay gap for equal pay.
Woo! Now Marcus will be going for the opposition.
I do not think the gender pay gap should change because there is basically no difference because both of my parents are teachers and they make the exact same amount of money. So by changing the gender pay gap, you're basically putting more money towards females and making it more sexist towards males. And I'm done.
Thank you. Now can we take questions? Phoebe.
Ariana, and I think Marcus said also something about this. You guys talked about how if the companies, they wouldn't have enough money for both of them to have equal pay gap, I guess. But why would they choose men if one gender could have more money?
Because usually, for some reason, men usually they usually choose the gender with the most workers.
Okay, Atticus.
So you said the company can afford to pay both genders highly. Well, instead of men being here and women here, and men getting more money and women less, why don't we just balance it out so that they're the same? Lower men a bit makes women. It's equal. It's equal.
Ask the companies, I guess.
Zoe.
Marcus, just a little question. How do you know how much your parents make?
Well, this is very close.
Very close.
Yeah, but do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know that they make the exact same to the cent?
Cents, but not really the cents, but to the dollar.
And do they work at the same school? Because it could be different in different schools.
No, they don't work at the same school.
Well, and it's completely different. High school and elementary are completely different things, and you get paid completely different wages.
Okay,
Teaches what? The mom teaches high school?
Yeah.
So Marcus, you said that, like, technically what you said is that if women get paid the same as men, it's sexist to a man. How does that
No,
work?
because these men and women are already getting the same amount of pay.
But that's what
No,
you're
they're not.
debating that they're
No, they're
not.
not. This applies in every single job. Okay, majority of the job.
Okay, Jensen.
Rowan, you said that women make 80 cents, around 80 cents for the exact same job that men make. That's not true. The gender pay gap is for the average yearly earnings of each gender who both work full-time jobs, so it's not taking into account occupation, skill, education, or experience. It is just literally what women make full-time each year compared to what men make full-time each year. And you said it was for the exact same job, which is completely untrue.
Well, that's what it said when I did research. So.
What
Well, that's
are
what
your
it
sources?
is.
What are your sources?
I used
Put up your hands.
Right
No,
up.
don't answer that question. Put up your hands. Sophie.
Marcus, you said that your parents, like your mom and your dad, both get the same and they have the same job. That doesn't mean that every job pays men and women the same. Like if they work in like factories or something, this could be entirely different.
Yeah, but that's just one dimension. Like, I guess.
Yeah, that's only one job. There's like millions of jobs.
Okay, Hunter.
What are your sources? Bro.
only me.
Well, all of you guys.
tel.uk.co. I just remember it. It's one of the
Yeah, it's a tough
websites.
one to buy hard stuff
It's
with
one of the
the paper.
UK ones. I remember that because I'm surprised at UK, but okay. And then that's basically it. I found most of the stuff from there.
Okay.
Marcus,
Zoe.
Jensen, where's your
No,
source?
guy.
What's my source?
I don't think. I don't
need a source.
How do you know that?
Yes.
We got a debater. The debater.
Yeah, I don't think you can ask questions to the audience. But Atticus.
Marcus, you said your parents get paid the same. Well, then that wouldn't make sense because high school teachers, they tend to get paid more. And it's the women getting the high school and it's the man playing the elementary school. So then why would they be paid the same if the high school teacher be getting?
I'll answer that one. It's the same.
Yeah.
It is the same.
It's the Vancouver school.
Kindergarten to grade
He's a
12,
teacher.
same thing. Private school, they pay less.
Go. Alright, that's all for this debate. Thank you. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yikes, that's not good. I was like, Jensen.